Hey guys, welcome to another Mama Elephant intro video. This is Rena. Today we're going to work with Hibiscus Wishes and also Shall We Dance. So the first card we're going to make is using the Hibiscus Wishes stamp set. I adore all of the sentiments on this set. It has this really great outline block lettering. Love it. It has these outline flowers here. I'm going to make kind of a quick tropical design. I'm stamping out the outline flower images using Distress Oxide ink on Bristol Smooth cardstock. And I'm just doing kind of a random pattern here, making sure that I fill in those spaces. We're also going to be using the Aloha script, which I totally adore. So we're just going to finish off the stamping here. And then we're going to smear that ink with a water brush. I did put a drop of that liquid pixie dust from Inkon 3 just to have a light shimmer on these images. The reason why I like the Bristol Smooth cardstock is the ink stays wet and you can kind of smear the ink with a little bit of water and it has a really nice kind of watercolor look here. I'm using very traditional tropical colors here, so I'm using the Lucky Clover, Abandoned Coral, Worn Lipstick, Ripe Persimmon, and Dried Marigold for the Distress Oxide inks. I'm going to take a smaller rectangle die to cut out a small piece from this panel, stamp out the stamens in black, make sure it's dry, and then I'm going to take my Aloha script die and do placement, and then I'm going to kind of do the placement with my friend stamp. I'm going to die cut out that Aloha. I'm going to reserve all of the inner pieces because we're going to use that later. And then we're going to do some inlay. So I'm going to cover the entire back of this panel with adhesive. I'm also going to make sure there's adhesive on that back panel that I'm going to adhere it to. So when I inlay, there's some adhesive there for the die cut to adhere to. So we're just going to stick that panel on, and then we're going to get our Aloha script in black and then inlay it on the inside. And I love the look of this, how it's flush. So once that's in, we're going to take our inner pieces that we reserved and we're going to pop them in, and it fits exactly like a puzzle. I love it. We're also going to stamp out one of the sentiments from the Hibiscus Wishes stamp set. I chose to use Friends, and then I'm just going to stamp that in the bottom with the VersaFine Onyx Black ink. Of course, I had to use my wood grain cover die. I love it. And I'm going to mount my smaller rectangle panel on top. And then I'll put this on a card base. And then I'm going to also decorate my front panel with some shiny sequins just for some added interest. I really loved the look of this card. I love the look of the inlay because it just looks so perfect. I did make a second card using dark brown cardstock. The next stamp set we're going to work with is the Shall We Dance. This is illustrated by Ada Zamora. It is very precious. So it has a ballerina theme. It has some hippos and some elephants. And I have stamped this out using the Memento Rich Cocoa ink on the Nina 110 pound cardstock. So I wanted to use very soft colors for these. I'm using a soft purple, a soft pink, and also a soft blue. I had chosen my colors beforehand. I try to always do that so the coloring can go faster. And I was not meaning to color this elephant pink, but I just rolled with it. So some of my animals for this card are kind of candy colored, but I didn't mean to, but I liked how it ended up looking, so I just left it. And I don't like wasting images too. I just try to kind of use all of them and make them work. This elephant here, I think I colored too dark. Usually when I'm coloring Ada Zamora images, I like to use my Zigs or my Artezas, but I just kind of felt like using Copic markers for this project. We're going to be making a fun little shaker card with these images using the Tri-Window grid die, which is one of my favorite dies. I also really loved all of the different little accessory stamps that came with the set. It has cute little ballerina shoes, little hearts, bows, very cute. I tried to use as many of them as possible for my card. It makes for like a good scene and good atmosphere. So we're going to start off making our shaker mechanism. I've cut out the tri-window panel, and the little panels I'm going to ink blend the same colors that my sequins are, just so when it reflects, it will reflect the color of the ink. Taking my tri-grid window die, and then I am adhering some adhesive, and I'm going to put my acetate on the back of it. I also forgot about my windows, so I cut out another tri-window die, and I'm using that as a template for my backer so I can have placement for the 3 panels that I ink blended. So that will be the backer piece that covers the sequins from falling out. I'm going to take my double foam tape, and then I'm going to put it all around this grid window die. I like this die because it's easy to put the double foam tape on it. And then I'm going to load this puppy up with sequins. I have 3 color panels, a purple, a pink, and a blue. I'm just matching the color of the sequins. And it looks really pretty because these are kind of like iridescent and clear, and it reflects the ink blending, and it looks really pretty in person. So that's what that looks like there. We're going to take the images that we just colored, and we're going to cut them out with our coordinating dies. I'm going to stamp the sentiment there, celebrate you, and then we're going to place all of our cut images. I'm using the art glitter glue. I love it. I used to use that glue a million years ago, and it's come back to my craft stash, and I love it. I love it so much. It dries so fast, and it doesn't warp the paper, which I love. So we're adhering all our beautiful little images here. It's so easy to make a pretty card with these images. And then I'm going to use all of the different wands, the shoes, the bows, just to make this kind of super girly, kind of princessy ballerina card here. I chose to leave my grid window die in white. I just wanted this to be kind of just very clean. I'm calling this card done, and I'm adhering it to my card base. So here's a look at the finished card. I hope you enjoyed the 2 cards that we made today. We're going to have one more video tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe and tap on that bell to be notified of future videos. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Happy crafting. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.